As a Ghanaian, is it possible that you would celebrate Christmas without eating fufu and chicken rice soup? I don't know how that is possible because we were raised that way. Like, naturally, every Christmas you eat chicken rice soup and fufu. And of course, as a very lovely chef, I decided to make a detailed recipe of my chicken rice soup. Let's get started. Now, this is my pepper mix, and we have here my KPAKPOSHITO, bay leaf, rosemary, ginger, garlic, and some carrots, bell peppers, and the secret ingredient is dried coriander and some onions as well. So I'm going to go ahead and blend everything in your blender and add in some water and cover this, okay? I know we're raised to blend our pepper mix with just ginger, garlic, and onions, but have you tried like learning other things? Because adding bell peppers, adding KPAKPOSHITO, and especially the coriander really makes it nice, okay? Now, to make your soup, you're going to go ahead and boil your tomato mix. So we have here our onions, some tomatoes, some peppers, and some garden eggs and carrots. Because as an Akan woman, garden eggs must go in my soup. Now, the next thing we're going to do is roast our chicken. When you're making chicken rice soup, you need to roast it. You don't need an oven or anything like that to roast it. No, you can use your skillet, or you can use your saucepan. So basically, just get your non-stick pan, put that on fire, add your chicken, and just roast it. You know what this does to your chicken? It gives it a smoky flavor, and the flavor that it gives to your soup, I don't know. I just can't explain it. You need to try it. You don't need to burn your chicken. You're just roasting it a little bit, okay? If you have an air fryer too, go ahead and just pop that in and just do that like for 4 minutes or 5 minutes, and that's ready. So now I'm satisfied with what I have, so I'm going to transfer this into my saucepan that I'm going to cook my soup in, and then add in my pepper mix that I blended, okay? Now the pepper mix, you can just add water to it, or rinse the blender a little bit with water and then pour it back into the saucepan. And I always recommend the last part because it's so good always. Now, ejiawaria is my secret ingredient in my soup, okay? My grandma introduced me to it, and I've been using it ever since she did. Now, I'm going to add in your seasoning, and for my seasoning, I normally mix my Remy chicken and my Maggi cube and some soup spices. If you've noticed by now, I normally don't cook with salt. I don't know, salt makes food taste too bland and normal. I don't know if it's just me. It makes food taste too basic, like the same taste. I always like to mix spices and then combine it into one, okay? Now my tomato mix is ready. I'm going to just take that out and then blend that as well, okay? Make sure you don't leave anything in that water. Oh. Everything must go out because it's Christmas. Chicken you. It's the waste ingredients. Now go ahead and blend this, add some water. You can go ahead and blend it without water, but I feel like you need water because so you need to add water so that you can blend it for it to be a little bit watery, and then you're going to transfer that in your soup. But before we do that, we're going to add in a tablespoon of my tomato paste, and this is not compulsory because normally tomato paste makes food a little bit sour. I don't know. But then if you take a little bit and cook it well before you add the tomato mix, I think that's going to really work for you. So since I started doing that, it's working for me, and I think I love it because it also adds this oil to my soup that I really like. So you're going to add in your tomato mix and add in some water to the brim because so you need to make sure you add water to the brim, but don't also add too much water to make your soup too watery. So I think I like this consistency, and I'm going to just cover it and let my soup cook till it's ready. Now this is my soup. I'm going to garnish it with some KPAKPOSHITO. At this point, you can adjust your salt or your seasoning and just go ahead and cover and let it cook well. But then I feel like when you're making soup, you need to season everything at the beginning because when you add seasoning later on, it makes the soup some kind of way. I say soup now, yeah, too spices. No, we don't want soup that way. You get it? Now, this soup is going to be paired with my fufu, which I'm going to drop the recipe tomorrow, hopefully, okay? As a typical Asante woman, fufu is my stronghold. But this particular soup was so good. I really don't know how. But I realized it's because of the way I cooked it, like the roasting method, the seasonings, the ejiawaria, the ginger that I used. Like, you know, all the ingredients came out well and it made the soup taste so good. And I know this Christmas, you really need this soup. If you're planning on making it in a large quantity, you can just double or triple the ingredients and you are good to go, okay? Guys, please make sure you try this recipe. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It means a lot to me. And don't forget to like my videos. Bye. See you in my next video.